This is Glasgow Rangers Nation. I'm Owen James, and this is all your latest Rangers news. This is your Rangers podcast, guys. Smash that sub. Come and join the channel. Look, when ex-players speak, we listen. When club legends speak, we need to listen. When club legends who've achieved as much as ALLY MCCOIST has in the game, when he's achieved as much as he has at Rangers, we need to listen. When this man who has done so much for our club, back in those years from 2012 onwards, from, just his past history with the club. This man is an absolute legend. ALLY is just Rangers to the core. We know what he thinks of the club. We know how much he loves the club. We know that it hurts his very being to see the club fail on any day. ALLY loves Rangers. And today on TalkSport, he has been speaking about Rangers, and he is absolutely devastated at the state of rudderless Rangers, as they have been termed. Like I just said at the start of the video, I said ex-players like Charlie Miller speak, we listen, okay? When legends, and I will use the word legend, when genuine, real Hall of Fame legends like ALLY MCCOIST, speak, that's when you need to listen to these guys, because these guys have the best interest of the club at heart. They love this club. They know this club. This club is everything to them. These are true blue legends. He's a lifelong Rangers man. We know that. Okay, he's probably one of the most legendary number 9s in our club's history, and he remains our greatest ever goal scorer, a real, genuine number 9. I mean, what we would do to have a real number 9 now like ALLY would be just incredible. But look, ALLY has been talking about Rangers, and I'm genuinely upset that ALLY is as devastated as he is, because a great man like ALLY MCCOIST, to use the words heartbreaking, for example, about Rangers, to say they're not where they should be, to say they're gutted, to say that, we're in this state, is just awful. I mean, this is a legend of our club saying this. This is someone who knows this club, who's worked inside this club. Well, what did ALLY have to say? Let's have a look at what ALLY had to say. So ALLY said this. He said, "I'm genuinely devastated at what's going on at Rangers. I'm looking at it, and recruitment, goalkeeper and Sterling aside, has been unbelievably poor. They have given money to people to spend who, quite frankly, haven't spent it wisely at all." I mean, he's spot on. Absolutely spot on. Besides Butland, besides Sterling, you can got to say the recruitment by Michael Beale, who was on that Christy Scanlon podcast. I don't know if you've seen it. I've started watching it. The guy is so I am the greatest. It's untrue. I mean, he's an absolute charlatan. But, the recruitment has been poor. The recruitment by Michael Beale was appalling. The recruitment by Ross Wilson was appalling. The fact the board signed off on contract was appalling. So ALLY is absolutely spot on there. He then went on to say, "We're not even playing our games at Ibrox now. The fans have seen it the last couple of games. There's big gaps at Hampden. That's not Rangers. That's not where Rangers should be." And he's spot on. He's spot on. When have we ever had, in recent times, this issue? Yes, there's been times when Ibrox has not been sold out and the fans have been upset, and I get that. But over recent years, we have sold out Ibrox. We have filled Ibrox to the gunnels, especially in European ties, and we have roared that team on to success. But the other night at the Hampden against Dynamo Kiev, there were so many gaps. The crowd was shameful. It was embarrassing. It really genuinely was. And the fans that were there did a magnificent job to try and bring the noise that Clermont asked for, but we couldn't do it. I honestly believe that had we been at Ibrox, it may have been a different outcome. Forget the red card, forget whatever, just the sheer Ibrox factor. Like I've said on numerous videos, Gary Neville, Roy Keane have both spoken about the fearsome reputation of the Ibrox crowd, about the Ibrox atmosphere being the best that they've ever experienced at an away ground, and they have been all over Europe. On the pitch, ALLY went on, we're miles off it, and it breaks my heart to say it, but we're miles off it. He's right. We are miles off it. This team is absolutely awful. It is not a team that is going to compete with Celtic. Celtic will win the league, and I'm sorry to say this, by 20 to 30 points this season, I honestly believe, given how poor we are. And that may seem defeatist, but I think, that's what ALLY's saying. We're miles off it, 100%. And off the pitch as well, we've got an unbelievable amount of work to do. There doesn't seem to be any leadership. The previous chief executive has gone to Saudi Arabia, and I'm not sure about the job he did, by the way. McCoy's saying, at board level, at management level, at Rangers, at this moment in time, I'm talking about executive management level, not club management level, executive management level, there is no leadership, there is no direction, there is no vision. There is merely an incompetence about every decision that is taken. There is merely one stumbling from one disaster to another. In effect, it's like that cartoon, isn't it? When the character keeps stepping on a rake and the rake hits him in the face. John Bennett is that cartoon character stumbling on the road, standing on rakes hitting him in the face. He goes on to say, there was a few quid spent on players, 3 to 4 million here and there, not for me or Rangers supporters. We've got problems and they have to be addressed as soon as possible. Ally's spot on. If this is allowed to fester, if this is allowed to continue, Rangers will struggle to finish in the top 2 this season. Genuinely. Look, ALLY MCCOIST knows about the challenges of playing, not only playing, but managing at Ibrox. He's been there. He's played in some massive, huge games over the years. He's managed in some massive, huge games over the years. This is a man who genuinely understands this club. This is a man who genuinely gets what it is to play and manage Rangers. This is someone who understands how the club works, understands what the fans want, as he is one. And like I said to you, if you're one of these that apologise for the board or apologist for the board or apologist for some of the poor play by the likes of Tavernier and Wright, listen to ALLY MCCOIST. This man is a legend, a genuine Hall of Famer, not a fake Hall of Famer like some of the ones who've gone in the last few years. McCoist, is a man, obviously, he understands as well what position Philippe Clermont is in. He has every sympathy for Philippe Clermont. In what he said to TalkSport this morning, he says, I have genuine sympathy for the manager because at the moment in time, it's pretty clear he's got to get a few out the door before he can get any in. The fact of the matter is, the squad at this moment in time, I don't think is sadly good enough to win this league. The best we can hope for is always to win it, and I am the eternal optimist. But if Rangers win the league, it'd be one of their greatest triumphs ever. ALLY's spot on. He's absolutely spot on. Philippe Clermont, he's been asked to do a job that is quite impossible. He's been asked to do a job like this, genuinely like this, not with one arm tied behind his back, but with both hands tied behind his back. Yes, you can give them a Glasgow kiss, bang, but you can't really protect yourself or fight very well with both arms tied behind your back. And we're asking our manager to do this, and that is just not right. The board have been shocking, appalling over the last few years. The way this club has been run is appalling. The state that this club is currently in, thanks to the financial mismanagement of the board, to the appalling managerial appointments due to the fact that the Michael Beale, who has a massive responsibility in this debacle, he won't admit that, but it's true. Ross Wilson, also very, very responsible at this point. Douglas Park, Stuart Robertson, all responsible for the disaster that is Rangers. And it's heartbreaking to hear ALLY MCCOIST saying this, but you know what? It's true. It's all true what he's saying, and that is worrying. And you know what? I've got a dream that I'd love to sit here and make a really positive video where we're talking about all the great things at the club. The fact that players are fantastic, the fact that we're playing some beautiful football, the fact that we're advancing up the league, the fact that we're putting pressure on. But at the moment, it's so hard because of what's going on. And like I said, to hear a club legend like ALLY talk the way he does is really upsetting. But I would genuinely hope that somebody at Rangers sits, listens to people like ALLY. People that know this club, people that have played and managed this club, people that understand this club, a club that means so much to us. And ALLY's right. It is heartbreaking and it is rudderless and they are gutless and there is no leadership and the club is not good enough at this moment in time. We came into this summer with such high expectations for this rebuild and it's been a damp squib of a rebuild. It has been an absolute disaster of a rebuild. I honestly feel that ALLY speaks for most Rangers fans, most sensible Rangers fans in the way he talks about what is going on at this club at this moment in time. Guys, let me know what you think of what ALLY has had to say and what your feelings are about that. If you disagree with him, please feel free to disagree. We will disagree, but no, please feel free to disagree. It's really interesting, isn't it? I put the video out earlier, didn't I, about the financial stuff. How many of the obsessed commented on it? Oh my God, they are obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with us. It's pathetic, genuinely is. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. As always, on the way out, can you do me 2 favors? Number 1, smash that like. Number 2, remember always, we are the people.